From my earliest time that I can remember, I always wanted to follow my dad's footsteps and be a teacher and a coach. I never really wanted to be a fireman or an astronaut. It was being a teacher and being on the field and coaching. Those are always the things that I wanted to do. I went all through school here, College Park Elementary, Davis Middle School, and Costa Mesa High School. So I've really spent my entire life that I can remember in Costa Mesa. I started playing sports. I think Harbor Area Baseball was kind of my first entry point into sports, probably about 6 or 7. I loved playing baseball. Started coaching when I was 13 years old, you know, the little kids on the playgrounds. And then I actually started coaching at Costa Mesa High School in 1979, which sounds like a long time ago. I guess it was a long time ago, but you know, coaching was it's a good training ground, I think, for educators, for anybody that wants to give back. My current position is Executive Director of Secondary Education, which is a fancy title for working with the principals. I got my credential in 1983, and actually at that time in this area there was a declining enrollment. And so not only were they not hiring teachers, they were laying off teachers that had taught even 10 or 15 years. So while I was coaching baseball and football here, I also worked at a sporting goods store weekends, holidays, summers, things like that to supplement my income. And so the guy that owned it was about 60 years old, and he said, you know, I'm about ready to get out of this and the education thing's not working for you. Why don't you come work with me for a year? I did that. I bought his business, did that for 10 years. And then in 1998 came back to education and teaching here at Costa Mesa High School. Civic had some issues at the time. They were really about ready to be taken over by the state. And I can tell you from the time I got there, I've never seen a staff that was more willing to be led. We got together, we made a plan, and the parents were on board, the kids were on board. One of the things that I told every staff that I came to is it's your school, it's not mine. And at any school you go to, principals are generally there 3 to 5 years. When I was at Teamco, we had Larry Winters who had been there for 41 years. So I'm not gonna tell Larry, well, you know, what needs to be in that Teamco. I need to listen to him. Our job as principals is to build the school that your community wants. And the only way you can do that is get out and talk to people in the community and your staff. And I always tell young leaders that if you're leading and nobody's following, you're not really leading, you're just taking a walk. We started the Summer Reading Academy when I was at Estancia, and it's for kids that are behind in reading, because one of the things is kids were coming in so far behind that while we tried to catch them up, we just couldn't quite get there, because we know what happens is during the year we educate them, but over the summer they're not getting anything, so they actually lose a lot of the gains that we had made. So we wanted to keep that in the summer to get them a little bit higher to grade level. So that's one of the big things. ZAP, zeros aren't permitted, we started at Teamical, which has kind of gone all over the district. What that program is, when a kid doesn't do his homework, instead of just giving him a 0, we make them sit down, we make them do the work, because it's the learning through the work that gets them the grade that they want. We started the summer sports program a couple of years ago with the help of Tom Hatch and Fred Navarro. They provide a free camp because of the city of Costa Mesa. From there came a music camp and a drama camp this summer, so it just keeps expanding. So we want to make sure that we provide the avenues for them to be able to do that, and that money's not an issue, or that they don't have parental support is not an issue. That's where we need to fill the gap. That's where we need to pick up the ball and make sure that those kids have the help and support to be able to get where their talents will take them. In 10 years, I'd like to be doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, working with the city of Costa Mesa, Newport Mesa Unified School District, to make a difference in kids' lives.